that may have involved a child.
And Coach Robideau underwent another surgery following his recent heart attack. We'll have the latest.
And we'll take you to a 4th of July celebration in New Iberia. All that, Jamie's weather, and more coming up.
Focused on family and the community. News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Carter Simoneau.
And I'm Alex Worstel. Thanks so much for joining us. We have Jamie Angel joining us now for a quick look at your weather this morning.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, Coach Robe, hang in there. We're praying for you and your family. All right, taking a look at I-10 eastbound at Henderson. Looking good this morning. The sun is out. It's shining bright. Not really dealing with any sort of issues traffic-wise. But we are dealing with a little bit of fog. Got some visibility issues down in Abbeville. They're down to 1 mile of visibility. So if you're heading out on the roads, take your time this morning. Some areas might be dealing with some patchy fog this morning. Temperatures starting to warm up a little bit. We're still at 69 in Opelousas, 71 in Ville Platte, 73 in Jennings, and 74 down in Morgan City. Just went up to 71 in Abbeville. Satellite and radar showing some activity off to our west, but for the most part, we're clear here in the state of Louisiana. Planning out your day this morning. By 9 a.m. we should be getting close to that 80-degree mark. By noon, close to the 90s under mostly sunny skies. Going to see a few more clouds this afternoon with high temperatures topping out in the low 90s. What can we expect for the rest of the week and 4th of July? I'll let you know coming up a little later. But first, let's check out some of your top stories.
Thank you, Jamie. Well, the Lafayette Police Department is investigating a fatal shooting on Northern Avenue. It happened Sunday night, and sources report that a child may have been involved. We'll have more details as they become available.
2 people are dead and 1 sustained serious injuries following an accident on a Shell platform in the Gulf of Mexico. According to the Advocate, the accident occurred around 9 a.m. on Sunday, about 214 miles away from New Orleans, during a, quote, routine test of lifeboat launch and retrieval capabilities. UL baseball coach Tony Robichaux is in critical condition after undergoing an additional surgery following a heart attack last week. The university says he is in the ICU at Ochsner Health Center in New Orleans. A statement from UL's athletic director Brian Maggard said Coach Robichaux has received additional medical attention as a result of last Sunday's incident.
The Robichaux family has asked for prayers during this time. Robichaux has coached the baseball team for 25 years and has the most wins in program history. We'll update you on this story as it develops. The Scott Police Department needs your help in locating a missing 12-year-old. Brianna Senegal was last seen at her stepmother's home at around 10:45 p.m. Tuesday night. The teen was wearing pink pajamas and a t-shirt. This is Brianna's second time she has gone missing. If you know of Brianna's whereabouts, contact the Scott Police Department.
Well, search and rescue teams from across the state came together for a training session in Maurice that will change the way they operate when disaster strikes.
That's right. News 15's Lee McNeil finds out how they are changing their tactics. This is a story you will only see on News 15.
For the 2 missing boys, one 12-year-old white male reported unconscious, one 11-year-old white male with critical injuries.
When a life is on the line and the clock is ticking, every second counts.
We need to be a little better on our response time, but that's what this training is all about. Like they say, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sit down for a second.
We're here to save people.
These search and rescue teams are working together, bringing in the old and the new to help locate missing people.
It's good to learn their ways of doing things, our ways of doing things, combine ideas to see what's best effective. It's also a good idea to take your dogs out, take your equipment out, test it, make sure it's a good working order. As we found out today, some problems do arise, and it's best to find it now during training than an actual situation.
With the drones in the air and man's best friend on the ground, it cuts down the search time, which means more rescues and less recoveries.
It was able to help us to where we didn't have to spend, a lot of man hours. So we were able to help as many people as we can. We're here to make sure that you or our neighbor or the next person down the road is completely safe. We don't want to lose lives.
In Maurice, Leah McNeil, News 15.
Deputy Rawls stresses the need for volunteers. If you're interested in helping out with the search and rescue operations, you can visit our website at kadn.com. The Coastal Conservation Association of Louisiana is dedicating a new set of artificial reefs to a Lafayette native. The CCA placed the reefs off of South Marsh Island 233 in Iberia Parish in honor of conservationist Ted Boyo Sr., who helped create the organization and has dedicated his life to protecting the coast.
We're replacing some of those areas where the man-made platforms were removed to create long-lasting permanent habitat. We're using concrete pilings, concrete boxes, and even some crushed concrete to recreate a reef in this area. So this reef will be very durable, it'll be very productive, and it'll be here for generations.
Boyo has also endowed a scholarship that goes to one fishery student a year.
Faith Community Methodist Church honored all active duty and veteran men and women with their 4th annual Military Appreciation Breakfast. An honor guard was present, and the veterans enjoyed games and told stories from their time in service.
And to see local people tell you what they've been through. You know, a lot of times we'll see on TV and movies and Hollywood stories of what has happened, but to hear the men and women explain what they went through, and not only some of the hardships, but some of the friendships that they've created, is tremendously important, I think, for our generation moving forward.
The Faith Community United Methodist sponsors this event every year the weekend before the 4th of July. The city of New Iberia partnered with the Acadiana Symphony Orchestra to bring to life Stars and Stripes, a musical celebration. The event was to honor all veterans in Iberia Parish and treat them with a wide selection of music. It brought the community together to honor our country and the warriors that kept us free.
As we speak right now, there is going on in the other room. We are recognizing all of the veterans, and it's especially exciting to have our World War II veterans here, because there are very few of them now. So it's great, wonderful.
If you missed this event but want to attend the next concert, it will be the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and it's going to be the Christmas concert.
Today marks the one-year anniversary of the return of the New Iberia Police Department. City officials are inviting the public to a town hall to discuss the department's impact. The meeting will center on the city's crime statistics and the progress made by the NIPD during the past year. From 2004 to 2018, New Iberia was the largest city in the state without its own police force, which led to high crime rates. The town hall will be at the Slyman Theater in downtown New Iberia at 6 p.m.
Well, if you didn't get to work out in the yard this weekend, well, today might be a good day. It'll be around 92 degrees for your high temperature. Plenty of sunshine. Might want to spray for insects too, because we got some more showers and storms coming in. That's usually when they start to reproduce. And storms returning Wednesday, or tomorrow rather, into Wednesday. I'll have your full forecast right after the break.
From your Weather Authority, here's Storm Team 15's Jamie Angel.
Welcome back. Time now 11 minutes after 7. Thank you so much for letting us help you get your week started here on News 15 today. Taking a current look at Camellia Collie Saloon. Looking good. Not too much traffic out there. Plenty of sunshine. So if you're heading out, enjoy. But some areas seeing some fog. So if you're in Ville Platte or Opelousas, we're down to 4 miles of visibility, 5 miles in Abbeville and Lafayette. Some areas seeing some denser fog. So be careful out there. Allow yourself some extra time. Temperatures haven't really changed much over the last couple of hours. We're at 74 in Morgan City, 73 in New Iberia and Breaux Bridge, 69 in Opelousas, and 71 in Ville Platte. Current dew point sitting at the upper 60s north of I-10, which is not too bad. South of I-10, a little bit more humid with those dew points in the low 70s. Taking a look at wind speeds, not seeing much of anything when it comes to wind, and it'd be nice to have a nice wind to help cool us off a bit, but we're only seeing 3 miles per hour in Lafayette and Breaux Bridge. Everywhere else, calm. Satellite radar showing a good amount of activity up in the northwest, in the Midwest rather. Here locally, most of the activity we're seeing is off into Texas, into East Texas, Dallas and Austin, those areas north of Lufkin, moving towards Shreveport. But here locally, not seeing much at all. Taking a look at future radar and what we could expect over the next 15 hours. Not seeing much now, but this model indicating that we could see some stuff developing off the coast, but I don't see that happening, at least not in the next couple of hours. As we get into this afternoon, however, could see some scattered, well, more isolated showers and storms building up, especially with some of that daytime heating as we get a little warmer this afternoon. And tonight, we'll start to see a little bit more in the way of clouds building in as well. Today, expect high temperatures to top out in the low 90s, so a little bit warmer this weekend. Saturday, high temperature here was only 88 degrees, and yesterday a little closer to 90. But mostly sunny and warm today with that chance of isolated afternoon thunderstorms. Tonight dropping down to the mid-70s under partly cloudy skies. It'll be a mild and muggy evening, but if you have plans to be outside, maybe watch some fireworks or set off some fireworks, you should be good to go. Just make sure you got that bucket of water and a hose handy just in case. And then tomorrow, a little bit more cloudy with high temperatures only reaching around 90 degrees. And we do have a greater chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms going into the afternoon. Tropical update in the Atlantic side, looking good because we have this very big area of Saharan dust that is inhibiting any sort of tropical development, keeping all that moist air coming off of Africa more towards the south, heading towards South America. Taking a look at the Eastern Pacific, been a little active the past week, have their second named storm. This is Tropical Storm Barbara, or as I like to call her, Tropical Storm Babs. Well, Barbara should be forming into a hurricane over the next day or so because the environment here is very favorable with a lot of moisture in the atmosphere and some warm water. So we'll keep an eye on that, but really not anything threatened by this at any point soon. Taking a look at the next 7 days again. Today we have that isolated chance of a scattered shower or thunderstorm. Tuesday, more scattered thunderstorms, and Wednesday a little bit more widespread. But take a look at 4th of July, looking pretty good. Should see plenty of sunshine, but also going to see plenty of heat as high temperatures the latter half of the week start to creep up into the mid-90s with those feels-like temperatures approaching the triple digits, and we could see our next storm system on Saturday.
All righty. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Good, looking good for 4th of July, though.
Yes, sir. I'll keep you updated, but for now, looking like we're good to go.
So I like to see.
There's lots of heat.
Well, guys, coming up, hackers are targeting hotel chains now. You got to watch out, trying to get your personal information. You don't want to miss that. Coming up on our Tech Talk on News 15 today.
Welcome back, guys. Well, Carter, unfortunately, here's one more thing to worry about when you travel this summer.
Oh, boy.
Hackers will stop at nothing to get inside your personal data and credit card information. And now they're getting inside your hotel as well. A Bloomberg Business Weekly report says hackers are increasingly targeting hotel chains through unexpected ways. The report follows a group of hackers to learn how they worked.
Outdated software plugins, point of sale, or property management systems that hold data were common ways to get information. Even room devices like Wi-Fi pineapples, smart fish tanks, or curtain remote controls hooked to Wi-Fi could be pathways to data. Major chains such as Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and others have been hit. One security expert says go with loaner laptops or prepaid phones when on the road instead of your personal devices.
I mean, no one is safe anymore. Like, that's sad. Like, oh, going out of town, I got to rent a cell phone. That's crazy.
Yeah, everyone's got to carry around burners. Come on. That's no
phones.
good. Well, moving on, Google Maps can now tell you how crowded your public transit commute is going to be. Something that Alex wished she had when she was living in Chicago.
Literally wish more than anything.
If you are a frequent public transit commuter, you know how difficult riding a busy train or bus can be. But Google has a solution that can help you out, or at least give you a fair warning.
The tech company unveiling a new feature that allows users to see how crowded a scheduled train or bus will be, leaving it up to the rider to decide whether they want to wait for a later ride or take the chances with standing room only.
The feature is said to use crowdsourced information to predict the volume of commuters using public transportation in nearly 200 cities. That's a game changer.
Let me just say, there was nothing worse than after waiting either in the frigid cold or at a bus stop only to get on and find that you were going to sit for the next 30 minutes. Or I mean stand for the next 30 minutes. And the high school kids would all get on it was...
I remember my first time being in New York, I was super excited to go on a subway.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
that's so neat. And then after the second time, I was like, all right, I'm over this.
Yeah, it gets real old real quick. But this would have been pretty clutch, let me just say. Now for the newest in outdoor tech for campers, hikers, and even outdoor workers. This summer, a great new device for taking care of business. InstaPrivy, would you say? InstaPrivy gives you outdoor private... InstaPrivy?
Sure.
Yeah, it gives you outdoor privacy to use the bathroom. It's a pop-up portable toilet and a privacy shelter system. It includes a foldable toilet chair, shovel, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and a backpack for carrying. Wow. It can be used outdoor or in military events or settings.
Would have been great when I was in the Scouts. Inventor Paul Magnum says he designed it by necessity for his own family's outdoor adventures. Only one hitch, they're not available until December, but you can pre-order via a funding site, Indiegogo.com. Prices run from $75 to $750 based on the size of the bathroom. We got to go all out.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty clever, I will say. I don't know about carrying the toilet on your backpack, but
no, you dispose of it later and whatnot. Okay, this is getting some messy territory.
Yeah.
Coming up, guys, we have so much more. We got news, we got weather, we got
even
sports.
A little small drone.
And so you got to stick around. You're watching News 15 today.
The unveiling of a baseball field doesn't always attract much attention, but this past weekend in a city in Washington, it did. They're now playing a game called Beep Baseball, giving the blind a chance to enjoy America's pastime. Amy Marino has more.
In so many ways, it looks like your typical baseball game on a typical baseball field.
Real close, Bob.
But these batters don't swing for the ball with their eyes. They swing from their hearts.
Please try to keep your voices down so that the outfielder and the batter can hear the ball.
Ready, set, pitch.
This is beep ball.
So close.
Baseball for the blind. The ball beeps and the bases make noise, and a pitcher lets you know when to swing.
Ready, set, pitch.
Players like Chad Morey love taking the field.
I like the sense of freedom that you get a chance to run again. You get to be free and run.
It was 2 years ago when the Puyallup Elks agreed to transform this rundown tennis court area behind their lodge into a special field designed just for beep ball. Soft, even ground covered in grass, no dirt, so runners don't have to worry about getting hurt.
Yeah, I've ran on some bad fields. There was a pit in one of them right before the base, and my foot came out from underneath me, and I hit face first.
Little early.
Andy Bacon is both the coach and a former player.
This means the world to us. You know, a lot of times you find blind people, that are just sitting around on the couch, not doing much because they don't feel like there's an activity out there for them.
The land, the work, the grass, pretty much everything was donated. Fred Baker worked on this effort for the last 2 years.
I'm ecstatic. I mean, not just this field, but where this field is. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than this.
They played this inaugural game against Puyallup police, who wore blindfolds to even the playing field. There's 4 strikes in this game, but they earn every hit.
Being able to hit that ball and then that excitement of running towards the base.
The players might not be able to see the new field, but for the first time in a long time, this group feels like they're being seen.
They are hoping that the field will increase for the activities for the blind community, as well as the blind community entering into the league. We'll have more for you guys after the break.
Welcome back, guys. Well, if you're house hunting, an iconic movie mansion could be yours to own. Have you ever wanted to live like Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler? Well, now is your chance. The Antebellum mansion inspiring the Ashley Wilkes estate from Gone with the Wind is up for sale. Although the movie wasn't actually shot on its property, this 1836 home is said to be the author's inspiration behind the stunning home.
The 12-bedroom, 12-bathroom Georgia Manor has all of its old-world Southern charm with a reported $2 million worth of renovations. The bidding is set to begin at $1 million starting on Thursday, July 4th. You think it's haunted?
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe.
Well.
It looks very pretty nonetheless. Wow.
Well, we'll find out later this week if Myrtles is truly haunted. We had Taylor Trichet and a few of our other crew go there for their one-tank trip.
Because you could not, well, you could probably pay me to go.
You could probably pay me to go, but that's about it.
But that's about it.
Well, hundreds of fans coming out to remember Dog the Bounty Hunter star Beth Chapman. She passed away Wednesday morning after battling cancer.
People scattering flowers in the ocean during Saturday's memorial service. Others participated in a Hawaiian prayer and then paddled out on boats. Fans say they wanted to pay their respects to the star.
But we wanted to honor Beth. We're brokenhearted for the family. We got them in our thoughts and our prayers, and we wish them the best. And I was just very fortunate that I was able to come out and honor her today.
Chapman was 51 years old. Well, coming